Today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm out here in my greenhouse. I am going to be using today to try to clean it up. I didn't do much with it last fall because I was pregnant. I had my baby in September, so that meant by the end of the season I was way too big to try to pull weeds. And then about the time that I should have been putting all my garden to bed, I was taking care of a newborn. So today I am going to try to take advantage of this actually fairly nice day. We got hit with a storm over the weekend, which dumped about 8 inches of snow. That's the most snow that we have had in the last 4 years. We are typically an area that receives a lot of wind and rain, and so snow is pretty unusual, especially this much snow. I'm going to show you kind of what the inside of here looks like. You can see a bunch of this weed right here. This is called kochia, this stuff right here. It grows up to be about 6 to 8 foot tall if it's left unchecked, and it produces very, very, very tiny seeds, and it produces a whole bunch. So unfortunately, by the end of the season, my greenhouse was completely loaded with kochia. After having the baby, I did come out here at one point and I did try to pull out a lot of the weed that I could to try to minimize the amount of seed that was going to be dropping in here, but I just couldn't get to all of it. And then by the time winter really took effect, I kind of lost interest and I did not come back out here to do anything. So today I'm going to be trying to get this stuff cleaned up. I'm going to have to probably prep and do some things this spring to try to minimize the amount of seed that's going to grow in here, because with how much that this plant puts down, it's going to take over the greenhouse really, really quickly if I don't do something about it. So this was the state that I left my greenhouse in last fall. Like I said before, I did come in and I did pull some weeds. I pulled some weeds over here in this back corner behind my garden box and down through this shelving unit, though I didn't get all of it. The stuff back here in this corner and behind these benches, I was not able to get to. I just did not have the energy or the desire to pull all of these shelves out and deal with these weeds after I had my baby. I'm gonna go find a bucket so that I can dump all the kochia seed into. I'm not dumping it on the floor of my greenhouse. That way I can throw it in the garbage. The calf. Hello there. Hi. No, I don't have a bottle yet. You've still got a couple hours. Oh, sweet thing. I know, you poor lovely lady. I'll quit teasing you. Anyways, so as you can see, I mean, the seed is everywhere, all over everything, and that's what I'm going to try to put in the bucket so that it doesn't end up growing in here, because these plants are so prolific. They just take over everything. They just grow and grow and grow, and the reason why everything has got a yellow coating on it is not only dust, but that's also from some of its pollen. Yeah, everywhere. Looks like some of these containers are actually not worth saving. They have some holes in them. I get a lot of people, thankfully, that donate used containers after they plant their plants in the spring. So thankfully I have a whole bunch that I have to utilize for growing. that's an impressive mat, if I do say so myself. I'll just rip right out. I'm gonna dump this bucket of weeds, and I've got my friend's dog following me. He likes to come over here, especially when there's gunshots. This stuff is just so gross. Look at it. Look at all those seeds and the mat of it. Oh. Well, that's looking a little better, but I'm gonna scrape up a bunch of this seed and stuff like that. Yuck. All right. She isn't pretty, but she doesn't have kochia growing up the sides of it. So I'm pretty happy with what I got done over on this side for right now. I'm going to go ahead and move these pots and flats and put them over here to store. I'm not really worried about this one not being leveled. I still need to clean these off. As you can see, they're pretty yucky, but I don't really want to dig my hose out and get that all set up and have to worry about draining it and setting it back in here. So for now, I'm just gonna rearrange a little bit. I'm going to take the time to clean this stuff up here because there's some weeds and things that are down in here. Another reason why I'm not really too concerned about these not being level is that I believe I am going to replace those with wood benches. Not fully decided on that yet because I also have thought about grabbing one of my other old horse troughs and putting either here or here to make another growing spot. I really enjoyed being able to extend my growing season a little bit into the fall. Another thing that I want to do is I'm going to, I believe, get some weed cloth so that I can lay down in here, as well as some brick. That way that can help combat the weeds. Also, I don't know if you'd seen when I was cleaning, but down here along the edge, and you can even see one of the spots right here, but down along this whole edge, There and there were little holes like that, and I had found a couple mice nests in a couple of the pots. So obviously the mice have been getting in here this winter as well, which is something that I don't want, because I don't want them getting in and munching on any potential starts or plants that I will be growing in here this spring and summer. Another mouse hole. Or that's probably more like a vole hole. So I just took a moment to go in and feed the baby and to get the baby calf a bottle. Baby moo cow. Hi, little lady. Thank you. You're so precious. So I am back out here and I'm going to be cleaning up this area right in here. There's some weeds back there, and then just putting a couple more things away, and I am done for today. Well, I was able to accomplish my goal for the greenhouse today, which was getting all the weeds pulled. I was also able to accomplish getting the plant pots organized, which will be definitely handy in the next couple weeks as I get ready to start some seeds. I definitely am not going to enter my greenhouse in any beauty contests because she's still pretty darn gross. But until then, I'm going to have to go feed my critters and do chores because